Thanks to the support as a channel member, Steve Scott. Well, today we get to test ourselves against top flight opposition in the Thai Cup. I have no idea if this is going to pay us the same kind of money as an equivalent thing would do in England. I hope so, because we could use the money. Because as you can see, we are skint and getting skinter. We are more overdrawn than we've ever been since the start of the say. There's supposedly still money in our transfer budget and our wage budget. But with projections looking like that, I suggest if we don't get a big payday today and don't then get promoted at the end of the season, money might start to become more of a conversation point in the series as we go on. As far as that promotion push is going, we did return off the back of the last episode straight back to winning ways in the league. And luckily, Raj Pracha, who have still only lost one game, have become draw specialists and have fallen well off the pace after beating us. They're 5 points behind us now, albeit still with a game in hand. And we're currently 3 points clear at the top of the league. 7 league games remaining, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 league games remaining. So I'm not quite sure what match I'm going to show you after Chiangrai United. It depends. If we win it, we'll probably do another cup game. If not, we'll perhaps try and work out a title deciding game somewhere down there, or we might just, Ang Thong are second in the league at the moment, so I might show you that one. Who knows? But this is Chiangrai United, who are the team that we're playing. They're known as the Beetles, not that one. They're currently 12th in the Toyota Thai League, which puts them just outside of the relegation zone. So they're not in the best of forms, and it might be a team that we could potentially be capable of beating. Wouldn't that be a thing? It seems to be a thing on this series as well, that all our big games are away from home, and this is about as away from home as we can get. We are heading right up to the far northern tip of Thailand. I dare not even look at how, I tell you what, I will work out how long this journey is going to be. It's a 12.5-hour drive. I'd like to think we got a plane. It's an 8-day walk. There's no planes apparently. An 8-day walk, no trains, no planes. So I guess we drove 12.5 hours. It's absolutely bananas, but this is where we're heading. They've got an airport literally there, and you're telling me we can't fly there. Who's this for then? Absolutely ridiculous. Where's this football stadium? It's outside the airport. I'm not having that. We're just outside Bangkok, and you're telling me we're not allowed to use this airport. But this is the stadium we're heading to. This looks like, I guess this is a top flight stadium. It looks like a real one. I like Leo just hanging out the front of it. And there you go. Confirmation they are called the Beatles. I don't know who they're clambering on the back of there, but that's definitely the stadium. There you go. Chiangrai United. Can we get a look inside? We'd like to go into the stadium, please. Maybe from that side. Is that gonna, there you go. Oh, okay. It's match day as well. I tell you what, I've been to worse stadiums than this in my time. It's even got a properly flat pitch with no holes in it, which is a novelty for us. We might not be able to navigate a pitch with no potholes, but this is jolly nice. We're sat on somebody's lap, it seems. But this is I guess they wear orange because everyone's wearing orange. Let's go and see how we weigh up against a team in the top flight, I guess. And this is the 11 that we're sending. Most of it is quite familiar to you by now, I think, although we are trying to give Lolthong a run in the team. We've promised him more game time. We signed him telling him he was going to be our star man, and he's only started one match, so he starts again today. It's going to be Jun Soy in goal, a back four of Sanoon, Junom Buabao, Suk Presert, and Permsumboon at the back, and then Sukyu, Nimnon, and Lolthong in midfield. Kiri Rom on the left, Sonrasat on the right, Jardin up front. Jardin, by the way, still scoring all of the goals, 15 and 15 in the league, 20 from 18 appearances in all competitions. And I guess the key today is to just not embarrass ourselves. I'd like to think it'll be a decent sized crowd. There you go, 6,500 people. That's the biggest attendance we've played in front of in this series so far in either of the nations we've managed in. So let's just not embarrass ourselves. We need to make sure we don't come here and take an absolute beating, because as I keep going on about, my player support, my managerial support is close to zero, because my reputation is super low. I don't really know how I got this job at this club, because I'm clearly not cut out for it. But we are top of the league. But anything could tip these boys off and have them lose confidence in me. And we need to make sure that we don't come here, lose 6-0, and then everyone loses confidence, and that then affects the promotion push, because I think we've got a real chance of promotion, but only if we can keep morale ticking over. We just need one of these players to decide they're not up for it anymore, and they could lead the kind of mutiny that we all know causes mega problems in FM24. Here is Lolthong with an opportunity to impress, and he does not. I mean, this will be, I'll be using the highlights of this game to show him why he's not in the team forevermore, unless he does something here. Lolthong plays it across to Sonrisat. Sonrisat to Sukyu, and he just gives the ball away. And now we've got a 2-on-2 situation that we're having to defend, and this is not ideal in the circumstances. How do you say his name? Frake Hot, maybe? No idea. I don't think Junsoi needed to make the save there. I think it was going out of play anyway, and he's actually caused a little bit of a problem for us by setting them up for a set piece that they didn't need to have, and they're doing this annoying little pervert corner, and they got themselves offside as part of it. The absolute losers. They thought they were so clever, and we probably shouldn't goad them when they're still attacking. Still less than 10 minutes on the clock. They've got a free kick now, which they're probably not going to pass around gently. They'll just get this one into the mixer. There it is, and it's headed up in the air by, I think that was Kirirom. Don't really know what he was back there defending, although we have seen from some of the goals he scored this season that he is good in the air. But he's not often found back defending stuff like that, but he was on that occasion and did it quite effectively. We have a goal kick and immediately give the ball away again. I think possession is going to be something of a challenge today. We had a couple of decent half chances early on. That might be all we're getting, because we are struggling for the ball now. Jardine picks it up back to goal, lays it off to the right back, and we are struggling to find a route through. We do like to try and pass the ball occasionally. Lolthong, who's had a lot of game time so far, plays Sunwasat in. He slides it across to Jardine, and he's not able to get there ahead of his marker. But that clearance only goes as far as Nimnon, and there is Kirirom, Sukyu, and Nimnon again plays it across to Kirirom, and we've only got to take the lead against a team from the top division. We're going to go and win the Thai Cup this year. Oh, my word. I don't know that was a devastating counter-attack. We were camped out on the edge of their box for a moment or two. Counter-attack, my eye. But they've left him in so much space. He's been our best player all season. Never mind the goals Jardine scored. Kirirom has been brilliant, and he deserves that goal. I fully expect us to still go on and lose today, but goodness me, am I having a nice time? I said, let's not embarrass ourselves. That's the kind of thing that you have to do to avoid getting embarrassed. We've taken the lead against a team in the top flight who are in rotten form. I mean, they are struggling, and that's an open goal. Is it offside? The referee has got his finger in his ear. Have we got VAR in this competition? I mean, I know there was no potholes on the pitch, but I didn't think they had a VAR machine. But the goal has been disallowed. I don't know that it should have been. Where's the offside here? Okay, so that's the guy who eventually scores. He's offside there. Because I was going to say, in fact, it's not even him who scores. Oh, that's harsh. Because I don't think that guy who was offside was interfering with play at all. And the guy who scored was never offside. That's a controversial one, but we'll take it. And now we've got a free kick of our own. Sonrisat plays it in looking for Nimnon. He can't get a proper header on it. And we're in danger of being counter-attacked on ourselves here. And we have, oh my word, what's Junsoi doing? I mean, well, we let them through clear one-on-one with the keeper, and we've got previous with this keeper, why he's come out for that. He hesitated. If he'd have just gone when he first saw it, he gets there first. But because he hesitated, he gets there a moment too late. And at that point, just looks like a wally. We've seen hesitation from him before. He just needs to commit himself in situations like that or not go at all. But you can't keep hesitating, half going for it. It's the worst of both worlds. And what a silly way for us to let top flight opposition back into the match. We've got a corner here. Jardin is playing a short one, which is a weird thing to do because we are not the team with the quality, and it looks like it's going to cost us. They are dancing. I mean, both Sukyu and Jardin chased him for a little bit and then decided that they didn't really fancy it, leaving it to the defenders, of which there are not many, but Sanoon's done really well there. He's actually on the transfer list because he's old and I'd like to replace him, but I mean, he looked good there, didn't he? Maybe I'm a little bit harsh transfer listing some of these boys, but I want to get young players in. But Sanoon looked good there, and he's been virtually ever present during my entire spell here in Thailand. So maybe I shouldn't just bin him off. Is that going to be offside again? That one looked more offside than the one that was given for offside. So I suspect this one will be given as a goal to compensate them for the mistake from earlier. Yeah, I'm calling shenanigans here. Do we get, I mean, is he offside? He probably isn't. But then he wasn't for the one before either. Right, this is where we need to be careful not to let this game get away from us. We're fine with losing by 1 or 2 goals. We don't want to get smashed. And I don't really, I mean, I don't want to defend. Neither do my players, thankfully. But at the same time, we can't just keep going at them. Oh, Lolthong's got a chance here to score, and he does grab the equaliser. I mean, he asked for an opportunity in the team. We've given him an opportunity in the team, and he has just scored a really good goal. And this might be our new midfield going forward, with Nimnod a little bit deeper, and Lolthong. I mean, that's great work from him. And it's 2-2 just on the stroke of half time, and we're back in this cup tie, which is ridiculous. We shouldn't be back in this cup tie. But we are. And, I mean, dare we dream of going on to win it? I mean, we're not going to. But if we can beat top flight opposition, we can win the whole cup. Let's win the Thai Cup from the 3rd tier. We're not going to do that. I tell you what, though, that would sort out my reputation problem, wouldn't it? I'd like to think this cup run in general will go a long way to sorting out my reputation problem. There you go. I've officially decided. What is his name? Freakuntot. It's a good name. But yeah, we're now 3-2 down, and we need to take the final whistle here. It doesn't need to get any more severe than this. We've given it a good go. We've fought bravely. Now let's just not, because remember, we're semi-pro, they're professional. Let's just not get smashed as fitness levels starts to be an issue. Sonwasat looking to get a counter-attack going. Plays it back to Jardin. I don't know why he's so deep, but Lolthong's run beyond him. And now Nimnon forward to Jardin. He's got Lolthong if he can find him. In fact, he gives it to Kirirom, who plays it over the top for Jardin. Jardin's in, and Jardin has equalised again. I mean, they can't give the #1 striker in Thailand. Forget the league. The #1 striker in Thailand. They can't give him an opportunity like that. And he made this. He dropped so deep to be the extra body in midfield, and then was still there to be on the shoulder of the last man for a beautiful ball floated over the top from Kirirom. And our attack is excellent. If only we could defend. It's 3-3 against top division opposition. Sukyu is shattered. We're going to bring on Wang in, who doesn't normally play in that role, but I guess theoretically can. Sonwasat's just, I mean, we don't really have a right winger. And in fact, I'm going to bring on Fallahane, and we are going to stick Wang in back in his normal position. And Fallahane can go there at the base of the midfield. We are weakening the midfield a little bit there. Arguably strengthening the defence, though, bringing Wang in. And Promsawat has immediately come on and played well. I don't really know what he's done to justify a 7 straight off the bat, but clearly he did something. Look who the weak link is again. It's always the keeper. Right, we don't have any backup fullbacks. They're both shattered. That's not ideal. We will bring Thongchai on in midfield, and Kirirom is tiring as well. So Chenerong can come on the left-hand side as an inside forward. We've used him there a couple of times. He's not massively effective at it, but we don't really have much in the way of other options, and we are struggling for fitness levels now. Remember, this is semi-pro versus pro, and it looks like we're taking them to extra time, where we'll presumably get beaten, but goodness me, are we giving this a good go? This counts as a draw now as far as I'm concerned. Jardin, I think we have to leave on. The fullbacks we have to leave on. We don't, I mean, Lolthong, we could maybe take off for Thong Nitiroj, who is our other youngster. Let's get him on. Our other young attacking midfielder. Let's see if he can. We're double thonging it in midfield. Let's see if we can somehow pull off an absurd cup upset. I don't think we're going to, because they're going to do another one of these pervert corners here. We saw them do one before and it didn't really work. But they have got themselves into a little bit of space here. They've managed to stay onside as well. Oh, it took a big deflection. The deflection potentially saved us there. Shooting from range, it ends up on top of the netting, and we're over 100 minutes and still not behind in this tie. The XG suggests we are absolutely riding our luck, and I'll take it. It actually suggests we're not defending as terribly as I assume we usually are, because they're scoring below their XG at the moment. They're now scoring above their XG, unless the referee has got his finger in his ear again. Is there another twist in this corrupt refereeing performance? And I mean, I don't see how this one could possibly be offside, and it has been awarded. I don't even know what he was looking for here, because it's a shot from the edge of the area. I mean, how would that ever be offside? I don't even know what he's looking at and where he's looking at it. Weird. Right. I guess we go attacking now. We've got to have a crack at it. We're not going to demand more. And 4-3 after extra time, I'm completely happy with. This is about the ideal result. Aside from obviously getting through to the next round, if we were going to lose, this is the way to lose. Chiangrai has done really well there. He usually has no pace, but somehow, I guess being the fresh man, he's managed to outpace his fullback, not slides it across to Jardine, and we've equalised again. It's 4-4. I don't know how Chiangrai has done this. He is not a fast man. But he gets there first against what must just be a shattered right back. I need to see their right back's fitness level, because Chiangrai, I've never seen him. I mean, he's never been that quick ever. That's bananas. It's 4-4. We could be heading for a penalty shootout here, although they are in behind us again. And no, can we clear it? What a performance this has been from our boys today. Sanoon heads clear. Right, there's Chiangrai again, who has decided he's mega up for this game. And now Jardine has got the whole half to run into. I mean, he justifiably decides he's not going to have a go at that, because he's shattered as well. He's played the full 115 minutes that we've played so far, as well as pretty much every minute of every game leading up to this as a semi-pro. He's definitely done his bit today. I don't expect him to run half the length of the pitch. And that probably is now the winner. At 5-4, what a mad football match this has been. But we have done ourselves proud today. We're going attacking again. What's the worst that can happen? Let's go very attacking and let's offer some encouragement. Let's just throw everybody forward. We might get another insane equaliser. We don't. But goodness me, what a performance from the boys. I hope that doesn't hit them hard because they've conceded 5 goals. That would be a shame if it does. We should come off the back of that. Heads held high. In fact, there you go. We're up to good managerial support and a very good club atmosphere. So they have taken it the right way. This is all good stuff. And now we just need to bounce straight back with a win in the league and get ourselves into a position where we can secure that. Remember, it's not a promotion spot. It's a playoff spot by finishing first. The job would only be half done even if we win the league. Well, we did return straight to winning ways with a 2-0 win over Samut Sakon, which leaves the league table looking like this. 8 games to play. We're 5 points clear of Kanchanaburi, and we play them now. This is the team we're putting out there. It's the same one as usual. We've now had to promise Wang in game time. I was tempted to bring him in at centre-back, but actually, I think it makes more sense to do this. Get him in midfield alongside Nimnon. It allows Nimnon to play further forward the way it was working for him earlier in the season. And Lolthong can come out onto this right-hand side where we have a big gap in the team and can probably get a little run of games playing out on that right-hand side as an inside forward. So this is the team we're going for. A win here, we go 8 points clear with 7 games to play. And as far as I'm concerned, that puts us as good as over the line. Obviously, anything else would be a long way from ideal, because if we lose here, we absolutely let this lot back in. And it shouldn't be ignored that Raj Pratchett, who have been a thorn in our side all season, the only team to beat us so far in the league, I've got 2 games in hand over us as it currently stands. So we need to keep an eye on whatever they're up to as well. I don't know why they keep accumulating games in hand, but it could be decisive. Obviously, though, as as general football wisdom goes, you'd rather have the points than the games in hand. So if we win today, 8 points clear, don't care how many games in hand they've got. We've still got to play them, and they've got to win those games in hand for them to actually mean anything. Cross comes in looking for Jardine, and the keeper flaps at it, and the number one striker in Thailand is there, but I think he's offside. I'm not entirely sure how he was offside. We didn't get to see the replay. I guess from the original cross, he must have been offside. Which I wasn't looking where he was from the original cross because it was such a bad cross. It was straight at the goalkeeper that it didn't seem relevant where our players would be. But alas, 'twas given as offside and no VAR. I miss VAR already. But 0-0, nobody's had a shot on target yet, apart from that one that didn't count from Jardine, which also doesn't count as a shot on target. There you go. Kanchanaburi have now had 2 shots on target and have a free kick, and Jansoy, very questionable positioning from him again, but luckily he's saved by a big piece of wood and it goes out for a goal kick. And we've had a fairly poor first half here, although if we can cap it off with a late goal, Jardine, corner comes in, can't beat the first man. Sometimes he tries these little low corners and they don't really work out, although he's scored again and I think it's been disallowed again. The linesman has his flag up again. He just didn't make it back quickly enough. I mean, he's very close. But that's 2 goals he's now had ruled out for offside. He's ready. He's ready to do a goal today. It's just not coming. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, a 0-0 draw here today is not the end of the world. It still leaves us 5 points clear of this lot. It does open the door potentially for Raj Pracha, who then will be licking their lips at being only 5 points behind with 2 games in hand. But of course, we do still play them. So as long as we win every game, we're all right. And the closer you get to the end of the season, the less ridiculous it becomes saying things like, as long as we win every game. But obviously we'd like the win. If we can find the win would be super duper. Raj Pracha aren't actually playing today either. So I'm not really, they must ground share or something because they've forever got various amounts of games in hand that sometimes they catch up and then they accumulate games in hand again. It's not that they're having a cup run because we're the ones who had the cup run. So I don't really know what's happened. That's a poor touch from Lolthong, I think that was. And he's put us in a bit of trouble here. And I mean, Junsoy, the unlikely saviour. The amount of criticism I've had for him over the course of this season, and he's actually made a save there. We've still not had a shot on target, aside from the 2 that we've now had disallowed. And Jardine not having the best of times today. Right, we might need to change some personnel here. I think we're going to take off Lolthong and bring on Promsawat. And I think we're also going to take off Wang In and bring on Thong Nitiroj, who I've just had a message through to my inbox saying he's got the potential to be better than Jardine. And they play in different positions, so it's a weird comparison for them to make. I can only assume the comparison is being made because he's so good that he might end up that good. So we probably need to give him a bit more game time than we have. We played him more last season than we have this year. I am going to take Jardine off. He's had a quiet game today. Chanarong looked good in that cup game we just played. Kirirom's also struggling today, so Hoi Hong Thong can come on. And for my final trick, see, we don't have. This is the problem with having Wang in from the start. We don't have him to bring on in this situation. I think we don't need to make a final choice. Thong Chai for Nimnon was a potential one, but I think that going double Thong in midfield weakens that midfield a little bit too much for my tastes, and it looks like it's going to end 0-0, which it's not the end of the world. We're still 5 points clear, but that game against Raj Pracha starts to become even more important, and that's likely to be potentially a title decider, and depending on when it happens, that might be the next episode. We play them right at the end of the season. That's where we're heading. That'll be your next episode. Raj Pracha and Muangkan, who remember at the start of the season were pre-season favourites to win the league. They haven't really done that, but that's still going to be a juicy last couple of games of the season, which will be in the next episode. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.